Transition Radio TV brought to you by thebreastformstore.com. They have everything you could possibly need for your transgender or cross-dressing needs. Visit their website at www.breastformstore.com and tell them Transition Radio sent you.
The following ingredients include a look behind the scenes. Cook uncovered until hot. Add grist to taste.
I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl.
The accident was over a year ago. A second woman has been elected president. A 12th planet has been named in the solar system. The last wild polar bear has died. I slept through it all. I was here for my waking. He called it a beginning. He said it was good. I think he may have thought that anything I did was good.
Welcome to Transition Radio, live from Hollywood, Florida, with your host and hostess, Mark Angelo and Jessica Lynn Cummings. Show for trans folks by trans folks, here to let your voice be heard. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another edition of Transition Radio TV. And no, we have not lost our mind. Today's theme is getting in touch with your inner child. And if you watched last week's show, Jess and I broke up, and we are now back together again. And very happy about that.
Yes.
Like sands through the hourglass,
We are
so
so
are the days of our lives.
It is a soap opera, but you know what? It's all about love, and it's all about understanding one another. I was a very uptight dude, and the thought of losing Jess got me to get in touch with parts of me that I never knew I had. And love conquers all.
Well, it was a lot to do with, he was under the impression that the age gap was a big thing. And, I'm going through puberty from the hormones all over again. So, yes, obviously I feel like a little teenager. So I decided today to show that little teenager to everybody, including this one, and try to bring it out in him. So... But anyway,
it's all about compromise. And
absolutely,
it's all about love. And once you listen to your heart, it's an amazing thing. And I cannot live my life without her.
I couldn't live my life without you either. But no more mushiness. I think we need to get on with the show.
There's a question in the chat room. What this song? And I guess what's the song in the intro? It's what is it? To Eve for something or another. It's
Two Step Forever.
Two Step Forever. Thank you, Joe. So yeah, it's an awesome song. The whole track is actually pretty awesome, and it's an indie, independent musician, and it's royalty free. And I thought it would fit perfectly for the show,
and it does.
And it does.
And I brought my little teddy bear too, by the way.
The little teddy bear that I gave her.
Yes,
and,
which is the most special gift that I have received from him since we've been together. But anyway, on with the show.
Yes.
Today we have Ben Wallace, who was born and raised in Los Angeles, a lover of heirloom tomatoes, sailing, and tall trees. Ben Wallace has been writing songs since the age of 12. Real Boy Volume 1 is the name of Ben's first project, recorded and produced with Joe Stevens of Coyote Grace at the Second Story Arts Collective over the blazing hot Sacramento summer of 2012.
Aside from his love in creating music, Ben Wallace is currently a student at Cabrillo College in Santa Cruz, where he is studying adventure education. He hopes to one day begin a career that utilizes the power of natural world as a mean of therapy for troubled youth.
Okay. My name is Ben Wallace.
And I'm Joe Stevens from Coyote Grace.
And we are sitting in the Second Story Arts Collective in Sacramento, where I recorded my first album called Real Boy Volume 1.
Awesome. This is Ben's first album. This is the first album that I've ever produced. So we're really excited about it.
I wrote 8 original songs and sang and played guitar on all of the tracks, and Joe played everything else.
Well, you played the keys.
I did play the keys.
You played the keys. I played the banjo. And the guitar.
And the bass.
And the bass.
And the upright bass.
And the harmonica.
And tambourine.
And the egg
shaker. And I'm really, really excited about this album.
But you can't hear the album unless we get it duplicated. So we are throwing this benefit hoping that you will chip in so that we can get this album duplicated and mastered so that it can sound the best it can sound.
There are rewards.
There are.
They're over here somewhere. Check them out. I promise that you want them.
And to prove it to you, come on into our high-tech recording studio and we will show you how we got it done.
And now welcome to our show, Mr. Ben Wallace.
Hi, hello, how are you?
We're doing great, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of our show and this beautiful library of talented transgender individuals and transsexuals that we hope to have huge amounts of individuals to show the world that we're not some fetish, we're not crazy, we are just individuals that were put here on earth for a reason. And I, for one, feel very blessed to have been born this way, and I think we have a lot to teach the world. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being
I'm honored to be a part of this show. Thanks for having me.
And
we have a viewer in the chat room that says, "Hi, Ben. I love you. I love you, Ben." Landon.
And somebody wrote,
I love you too.
Man.
Somebody wrote, handsome man.
So yes, they love you.
So
we've lined up some questions, and through these questions, other questions will arise because I usually try to put 8 or 9 questions together and just see the field. And as the field of the show goes, other things pop up.
Absolutely.
So,
okay, well, I'm going to start it off. Ben, what inspires your music, and do you have a specific technique you use in writing?
For me, writing music is a way for me to recognize what's going on in my life. Oftentimes, I won't even realize what's going on for me until I write a song about it, and then I realize, like, oh, this is something that's really relevant to me right now. And you know, my transition definitely inspires a lot of my music. Life, love, stress, all of it, everything, you know.
Awesome. Let me ask you, are you worried that you're going to have any voice issues through your transition further into it, with your singing voice, etc.?
I've already been experiencing some definite voice issues, but they don't scare me. I think for the longest time, getting on stage was one of the most terrifying things ever. Because I was so afraid to open up my mouth in front of people. It was that dysphoria connected to my voice. And I think that was the last question I had for myself before I started my medical transition was, well, what if I can't sing? And I realized that I didn't like singing as I was, and that I liked the music that I made, but I didn't like that it came from me. So when I transitioned, I knew that I could lose my voice possibly, but so far, I mean, there have been periods of time where my range got so small, and it's starting to open up again, and I'm feeling more confident about my voice. But there were definitely, I feel like as soon as I get used to my new voice, it drops again. So I'm excited for it to finally level out for good, but I think it's just part of the journey, and it's part of the excitement about getting to know the new me.
And definitely, and I could concur with that because when I was a female, I had a soprano voice, and then when I started transitioning, the voice just dropped, and I couldn't sing for the longest time. Then I taught myself how to sing again, and I could go very, very deep. I can no longer do the soprano. I just have to go into my head voice to do that. And you teach yourself a new way of singing, a way that matches what you look like. And
Absolutely,
it's exciting. It's not something that transgender individuals should be fearful about. It's a new journey. We decided to do this, so that comes with the territory that our voice is going to change. We become pubescent boys. The vocal cords lengthen, and therefore you no longer have that range that you had before as a female. So it's,
exactly. It's the same thing with us.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, hon. Go ahead.
It's funny that you say that because my style in songwriting has also changed dramatically since starting T, just to I don't know, accommodate my new voice. I don't sing the same type of songs that I used to sing before testosterone.
Yeah, it would be funny, you know, to sing a girly type of thing when love is in the air. With the little dolls and
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like with us MTFs, it's like we aren't fortunate enough for our vocal cords to change, so we have to do a lot of work to change that. You know, because we already have that lengthening in the vocal cord, so it's like, you know, you can't look like this and talk like this. You know, it's like, it just doesn't fit. So, I mean, singing, I can imagine the difference, and I think just over time and practice, as I know from you.
Yeah, practice is the key, and as you reteach yourself,
you'll reteach yourself.
Yeah, and you find a new voice, basically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think the biggest lesson that I've learned from my voice dropping and trying to catch up with it is just to be patient with myself. And, you know, like there are some days where everything that I sing, I think sounds terrible. And that's totally okay. And maybe it does, but eventually it's going to even out and it's all going to be all right. So I'm not too worried about it anymore.
Absolutely.
Definitely. That's, you know, it's a journey, and just enjoy every part of it. I'm going to go ahead and ask you a question. I haven't asked anyone this before, but I just think that it's I like to dwell into people's life and past. And what was your favorite toy growing up?
Oh God.
I don't remember having a lot of like toys. I really love playing sports. So I like soccer balls and footballs and all of that. But I did have this pair of cowboy boots that I wore from like the age of 2 to 5 that I just never took off. I was always wearing cowboy boots and a diaper. That was my wardrobe for the first like 5 years of my life. And my parents could not get me to put anything else on. I just loved wearing my cowboy boots and being naked. So, but as far as a toy, it was mostly just sports. I really, really loved sports growing up.
So you need to get in touch with your inner child too, Ben.
I guess so. Teach me your ways, Jess.
My favorite toy, I had a few of them. I used to love like my Tinker Toys and my Lincoln Logs and my Legos for some reason. The creativity aspect behind them. But I'd have to say probably the one thing that I was inseparable from was my Etch-a-Sketch.
Yeah, one of those.
That thing was so cool.
I was born in Cuba, and there wasn't a lot of money because Castro took over. But my dad always managed to find ways to give me toys, and I'm very grateful for that. But there was this little bear that used to have these little tambourine things, and you would wind it up and it would go ding, 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 ding. And
mine was a monkey.
Was it the thing with the hat? Or am I thinking of the monkey with the symbols?
Yes. I had that too. Oh my God, that's so funny. I had one of those too. I had a little doggy that did flips as I got a little older, and it would sit there and it would bark and it would go, arf, arf, arf. And then it would do a flip, and I'm like, this is cool.
I used to love to play with my cousin's Rock'em Sock'em Robot. I used to love that thing. Boom! That was like Jesus. Fun. So let's bring it forward. What would your favorite toy be now?
The definition of toys have changed so much. It used to be like Lincoln Logs and Polly Pockets, and now it's like computers and cars. But my favorite toy, my guitar is my favorite toy. I also have a Nikon D50-100 camera, which is really fun to play with. What else?
Okay, we're going to have a class on how to get in touch with our inner child. We're all going to have to find toys and...
I already know my favorite toy, okay? My favorite toy of today, and I'm going to keep it PG-13, is my teddy bear. See?
I figure even though Valentine's is not until...
Make my fire crackle. I knew from the start you'd win my heart.
I figured, you know, since I was in the doghouse, I better start Valentine's from the beginning of February. So, you know, that's how it goes. But yeah, it's something that...
A little bit.
Say that again, Ben? Sorry.
It seems like you've redeemed yourself with that teddy bear at least a little bit.
Absolutely. I'm inseparable from my girl.
She brings it to bed with us, too. Like this morning, I was like, I felt this thing. I was like, oh, it's that freaking bear. But yeah, it's something that, no.
I love it. It's my favorite thing. Okay. Whatever.
It's something that I've really, because I've always, even when I was a kid, I was a grown-up. And I think that's what probably gives me such uptight personality and that OCD-ish and everything else. And I learned that I can't be happy that way or allow anybody to be with me to be happy because of that Gestapo type of attitude. So love allows me or has allowed me to realize, you know what, I got to get in touch with this inner child because I want Jess in my life for the rest of my life. So,
oh, you're so sweet. I want you in, yes. Okay, we'll go back to...
People are probably going...
I know, they're puking as we speak. Okay, so Ben, what is your way of unwinding and de-stressing?
I really like taking hikes and being in nature. I think nature is the most powerful de-stressor for me. Also, like nature sports, so like backpacking, kayaking, all that type of stuff is my favorite way to de-stress. But also just like reading a good book, hanging out with my friends, playing some video games. Sleeping is a great way to unwind. Working out is another one of my favorites as well.
Definitely. Working out is something that, to me, is a great therapy.
Absolutely. I'm one of those fortunate people that like has fun when they go to gyms. I actually like going and running on treadmills and lifting weights, and I have fun when I do it. So I feel really blessed that I actually enjoy going to the gym.
Yeah, I got into female bodybuilding, and it was like it changed my life because I was overweight and I wasn't unhappy. I was very unhappy with me. So becoming a female bodybuilder was my beginning step of transitioning without knowing about it. And it felt really good, and it's just feeling the burn, and just you come out of there with such accomplishment. And as you see your body progress and change, I don't understand why people hate it. It's something that if you really, it's your time. You become in tune with yourself, and plus you're doing something healthy for yourself.
Absolutely. I think going to the gym for me is a practice of self-love and taking care of myself. And I think that's a part of the reason that I feel so good when I leave is that, I took time out of my day to do something to be nice to myself.
Definitely. And I wish a lot of people would see it that way because, diets don't work. People think, okay, I want to lose weight, and they prep out. What was that?
My roommate has a bird named Samson. He's right
What's
next
with
to
these
us.
animals in our show? It's either dogs barking or diets don't work, and they're like a temporary fix. You go back to regular eating, and you're going to gain all that weight back again. So it's learning a lifestyle, learning how to eat as healthy as possible. Give yourselves a treat every now and then, a little cheat meal here and there, and work out. And that because we need to move. We are not meant to sit in front of a TV and a couch with a remote control. It just we need to be moving in action to create health.
Oh come on, he says that's my workout. Changing the channel.
No. But
I don't want muscles. I worked very hard to get rid of them.
You don't have to get muscles when you work out. You could do Pilates, yoga. You could do cardio. You could do weight training for females.
I'm in pretty good shape for a female. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, no. It's wait. Where's the camera? No, this is my better side.
Oh, okay, yeah, your better side.
Anyway, tell us a little bit about your transgender journey.
Oh gosh, that's such a big question. I guess starting with the basics, I've been on hormones for 8 months now. I'm a month post-op with Dr. Garamoni. I'm in the middle of my legal name change process, but I think deeper than that, I always saw myself as a boy when I was younger, and I actually had a moment where I realized I wasn't a biological male. I think I didn't know the difference between me and all of my guy friends. And there was I have this one memory where it was like it changed. It was pretty awful because it was the moment where I realized that I wasn't like my fellows. And so then after that come puberty, I really, really struggled and had a really, really hard time, and almost immediately became like directly when puberty started, almost became like I almost lost, it seemed like I lost my mind for a little bit. I was really angry all the time, really irrational, really impulsive, really, really depressed. I struggled really hard with self-harm for quite a few years and drug abuse and all of that. And then I finally, took drugs out of my life and alcohol out of my life, and I got to see what the real problem was. And the real problem was that I had been walking around in a skin that didn't really fit. And so almost immediately after starting hormones, it was a really painful process in the beginning, just because I think a part of me was really scared and ashamed. I came from a really nice area. I had never met anybody who had done this before. Most of my friends had never met anybody. And so I felt weird. I felt like people were going to think I was weird. And after starting hormones and now having surgery, I feel so, it's weird. I thought I was going to come back and show everybody my scars and be like, woohoo, look we did it. And it feels so normal that it's not that I'm not excited, but it just is so right that it's not that big of a deal. And I've had a lot of friends ask me, because I sleep without a shirt on now. So I wake up and I don't put my shirt on until I have to leave the house. And a lot of friends have asked me, do you feel naked now when you walk around without a shirt on? And I don't at all. And I think a part of me expected it to be a little bit of a weird transition, I guess, for lack of a better word, but it's been so easy and normal that it just feels incredibly right.
I guess it is what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That bird is going to give me an ear problem. I swear.
I'm
that
so
bird.
sorry. I don't know how to make him be quiet.
That's okay. I'm gonna say, hey baby, can you get me? And he's going, huh?
Can't hear a thing. No, it's an amazing thing. I never, when they came off, it like they say that people miss them. It was like, miss what? It was just like that was the way it's supposed to be, and it just felt so normal. And it's
my other favorite toy. Speaking of, was Mr. Potato Head. I've always said.
Why are we going backwards?
Well, because that you brought something up about whatever. I had to bring this up. I had if we as transgender individuals could be like Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head, God, life would be so easy.
Mm-hmm.
Add this, remove that.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I said add this, remove that. From Mr. Potato Head.
I think it'd be so amazing if they could find a way so that like MTFs and FTMs could exchange parts.
I thought the same thing.
Right?
Surgically, that would be awesome.
Yeah, but then there would be the issue of organ, what's it called, rejection, and you have to be on these stupid drugs that are damaging. I'm very happy.
There's always a risk for everything.
Yeah, I'm happy with what I have. The way I am now, I'm not going to end up going for the lower surgery. It's crazy. It's too bizarre, too expensive, not guaranteed, So this was my canvas. This is what I created. I'm happy with the creation that I have.
Exactly, and nobody sees what's in your pants anyway, unless you want to. So what's such the hype about it, It's like, I'm happy with what I have. I'm not going with full bottom surgery. I am going to do the orchiectomy only because of the fact that it does have health benefits, and it's a lot less risky procedure. Yeah,
I'm going to bring in here some of the chat. Somebody wrote stereotypes equal X, which I'm totally confused.
No, it's supposed to be a face, like
a face.
An emoticon.
And then some said, I'm so sorry, I'm so confused. Can you just tell me who has changed their sex? Because I can't tell. You are all beautiful. Aw, thank you, viewer 1874.
Well, we are all transgender.
Yeah, and I'm very proud to be that way. I know that I'll never be a male fully, and it took years. And
biologically,
not everybody. It takes a while to evolve to that idea and to realize that we are the way we're meant to be. And it's a beautiful journey, and to me it's been very spiritual in nature, and it's allowed a lot of growth within me.
Yes, right.
Absolutely. I think for me at the beginning, I was really angry because I had already struggled my entire life with. It seemed like everything was really difficult in my entire life, and so then the solution to what was going on for me was another problem, and I was just like, "What? When do I get a break?" I was really, really frustrated, and as I've come into myself and grown as a human being and as a person and a man and a student and a son, like it is what it is, and I'm just going to do the best with what I have and make this life the best that I possibly can.
Absolutely.
That's all we can do, and
And life is short, so it definitely is a journey. It's a ride. So hang on and enjoy it, and just go with it.
No use beating ourselves up, being depressed, hating ourselves, because that solves absolutely nothing. You do as much as you can to feel as comfortable as you can, and then just enjoy life and enjoy the ride.
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and share another one of your songs with the viewers, and the song, it's called "Even If It Kills Me."
I won't wave no flag. No, I won't turn back. me. Even if you killed me.
Excellent song.
Yes.
Thank you.
I enjoyed it. Your guitar playing was very incredibly modern. I liked it.
Thank you very much. I like that song a lot too. I'm a fan of it.
Well, hello, come on. I mean, you wrote the song.
We're partial to our own.
You better be.
We're partial to our own writings, but you definitely like your style, and you know, because there's too many pop, kiddie, blah blah. You know, everybody's like a clone, and I like to see when people have their own style and their own message in their music. It's not about ooh wow I love you, you know, that kind of thing. It's really good.
Yeah, absolutely. It's original.
Yeah.
So Ben, can you tell?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that you know, when you asked me earlier about how I go about writing a song, it's really funny because people, when I play that song and the one that you're gonna play later, the "Fear Not My Love," those songs were written to myself. I wrote those to make myself feel better, but people think that I've written these as a way to, you know, demonstrate love towards other people. And although I absolutely believe in that and being kind towards everyone, you know, these songs were written when I wasn't feeling good about myself and knew that it was going to be okay. And so this song's kind of a reassurance of that idea.
It's okay. That's good because he wrote a song about Maritza. So
yeah, when that was then, this is now, saying goodbye to my old self. I want to make a disclaimer. If anybody's hearing gets messed up during the show, we are not responsible. Just a quick disclaimer there.
Or their eyeballs because of the way I'm dressed today.
There's comments in the chat that said they loved it. This is lovely. So the chatters are enjoying the music as well. Please, Bird, be quiet.
Dan said.
Hey, come on, the animals want to be on the show too.
I noticed that. This is like the third show. We have these vocal animals as she drops.
We gotta love it. So Ben, tell us who you are attracted to, and is there anyone special in your life now?
The special person in my life right now is me. That sounds really self-centered, but I'm on this self-love thing. You know, I just got top surgery and I'm creating myself right now. I'm getting to know me, and I don't really have room for someone else right now, but you know, I really believe that if I continue to take good care of myself and respect myself and love myself, that a person will be placed in my life when I'm ready for that. But I'm primarily attracted to women. I don't think that putting sexuality in boxes is very necessary for me. I don't think that it's important or even really healthy for me. But you know, I've dated women in my past and continue to enjoy their company. But I think that putting myself in a box would just it kind of makes room for shame at the same time, if that makes sense, you know, because God forbid, let's say a straight person is attracted to someone of the same sex, and then there's this whole identity crisis involved with loving somebody, and it should just be about loving somebody, you know.
Absolutely. Well, that's what, you know, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
That's what, you know, I found out through being with Mark, and Mark found out through being with me, that, you know, it's like a whole different realm, and didn't really realize, I never thought about dating. I always said I couldn't date somebody like me, which would be another MTF, but I never ever anticipated FTM. And I was like, wow, you know. And on the outside, he's a gorgeous man and everything like that, but he still has that softness and that, you know, he still has that.
Yeah, I'm very much in touch with my female side.
Exactly. So that makes him the perfect man in my eyes. Mm-hmm. And, you know, like you said about about, you know, boxes and all that stuff. I agree so much. So I always thought growing up I was gay at first, and then I tried it, didn't feel natural. Then I came to the conclusion, hey, I'm bisexual. And then I actually realized I'm actually pansexual, because it's not about, it's not about what gender box the person lives in. It's about the person themselves.
There's a question here for Ben on the chat room. When you meet a woman as you are now, will you tell them straight away that you're secretly a guy, or secretly, I don't know what they're trying to put there, that you're a guy, or will you get to know them first?
Well, my trans status isn't something that I consider to be extremely important to talk about with everybody in my life. Like when I was working at this one photo company, I didn't really disclose it to people until it came up. And I find that I prefer letting people get to know me for me, and then kind of being like, hey, also I'm trans, later on, just because although I'm not, ashamed of it anymore, I don't want it to define me, and I don't want it to define people's ideas of me. So when they get to know me and they realize that I'm, just as normal as every other human being, which is normal is a terrible word, but I've got my quirks just like everybody else, and I've got my routines just like everybody else. And I'm just a human being just like everybody else. So once they get to know me for me, then I'm more open to the idea of telling them. When we're talking about dating, I probably wouldn't start dating somebody unless they knew. Just because I would rather have that conversation up front and have them be like, I'm not interested, than having them get to know me and then being anxious because they don't know this about me, and that it is a big part of, my life, especially when it comes to relationships. And so I prefer to tell people like up front when I'm interested in them romantically. But when it just comes to like all the other people in my life, I'm pretty, like, it comes up when it comes up, and I try to just let that decide itself.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't walk around with a T-shirt that says, "Hi, I'm transsexual." Mm-hmm. But if I met somebody, like when I met Mark, it was like, okay, I didn't take for granted that he knew. I made sure that he knew and was aware, and he did the same.
Yeah, it's important. I'm moving right along because we still have a ton of questions. And somebody said here, I didn't know you two were a couple. Cute. Yeah, we missed the whole saga. We've been a couple for 9 months, going on 10. We had broke up last week. We're back together again because we realized we can't live without each other, and it's all beautiful and great. And
I don't think we'll be breaking up again.
Never, ever, ever. This is forever. What mistakes have you made in life? And if there was something you can do differently, what would that be?
Oh, gosh. I made a lot of mistakes when I was 12 and 13 and 14 and growing up and trying to figure myself out. And I think I wouldn't take away what I've done in order to create who I am today, but I think I would have tried to be a lot more gentle on my family, because, in the process of being depressed and all of that stuff, I stirred the pot a lot and caused a lot of wreckage and really hurt a lot of the people that were really close to me. So I think I wouldn't change my experiences as a human being because I've learned from all of them, but I would have definitely tried to affect those around me a lot less.
That's great. Which brings me to my next question for you. What makes you happy? I always ask the tough questions. Sorry.
That is a tough question. Oh God, I think of myself as a generally happy person, and I'm happier around people, so I do like being around people. But I think just, I think life is such an amazing thing, and getting to be myself is so freeing and liberating, and it's an amazing thing. And I think just getting to figure myself out as just like a tiny piece of a huge picture makes me happy. Just realizing that like I have purpose on this planet and that I'm here for a reason, just like everybody else. And getting to explore what that purpose is makes me happy.
I think it's hard for people to learn how to be happy, because from the time we're little, it's almost like it's instilled in us not to be happy. So that's definitely a hard question to really think what makes you happy, because what we think makes us happy is not even our own inner programming. It's what society has dictated: the car, the house, the money, the this, the that.
Right.
And material things come and go. That'll make you happy. So it's really one of those things that you have to search within your soul to find out what exactly makes you happy.
Yeah.
And sometimes losing something in your life is what allows you to realize, wow, you know, I was the happiest during the time that I was, you know, and I'm bringing this on again with our relationship, but it took almost losing Jess to realize, you know, as annoying as whatever, this and the other, I couldn't be without her. And
things just didn't seem happy as they should have been.
Definitely.
Absolutely. I think, you know, for me, I realized that if I invest my time and energy into putting my happiness in things that aren't permanent, like material objects and jobs and, you know, other things and people, that my happiness is also temporary. So that's why I've been talking a lot about, you know, self-love and taking care of myself and getting to know myself and loving myself, is because I think that you attract what you put out there. I absolutely believe that. And I think that if I, you know, love myself and in all of my flaws and quirks, that I will attract people who will love me the same way.
And relationships are there to teach us something. They're a mirror image of us. And then instead of running away, you know, you learn from, because that's the only way you grow. I mean, being alone in a room all day is not going to let you grow. And interacting with other people and giving your heart to someone else, it's what's going to allow you to grow and see your flaws. And it's an amazing thing. But yes, I do agree. You have to work on yourself first before you could actually offer anything to anyone else.
Well, I think,
and self-love.
I think as, you know, being transgender, I think we do go through a very selfish stage, and for good reason. You know, because we're, like you said, I mean, case in point, we are learning ourselves all over again and learning who we really were that came natural from birth, but we had to hide in a lot of senses. So now we're relearning all that stuff that we actually came to this world naturally with.
Absolutely.
Ben, if you could change the world, what would it be? If you could change the world, what would be the main thing you would change about it?
Honestly, I would teach everybody just how to be kind to strangers. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people be rude to me because I look really young, or because I look really young and have tattoos, or just like rude from the beginning. I don't understand why people are so mean to each other. It makes no sense to me. Ryan Casada is one of my good friends, and he posted this picture of me and 3 other buddies on Tumblr, and somebody reblogged it with like the rudest comment I've ever seen, and it wasn't necessary at all. But this person just chose to do that, and I really don't get it. So if I could change the world, I would force everybody to just be nice to everybody else.
You know, a lot of these people that write rude comments or say rude things or judge, they're hurting inside, and it's about that inner anger they have, that fear, so they reflect it and just put it out there. And it's, you know, it's about learning to love self so that you can be kind and love others. And it's going to take a lot of work for humanity to really evolve that way. But I'm hoping that through this shift that's taking place in our universe, that will eventually happen.
Absolutely. Well, as you said earlier, we were going to be playing a video from Fear Not My Love. It seems to be a song with a message for our world. So let's take a look at the video.
He wrote it for himself.
All good.
It's all about self. We're all one, so.
If the only truth you have is that you're living a lie, and if time won't free the pain you've held hostage in your mind, fear not my love. And if the makeup on your face is a mask to hide behind, and your body is a war zone, battle scars upon your thighs, fear not my love. And if the skin your soul embodies doesn't seem to fit quite right, and you hate what their God gave you, Fear not, my love, my love, my love. These are the battles of the beat down, the broken and the wise, of the cornered and the hopeless. They can't do nothing right, they lay awake through the darkest hours of the night, building and breaking themselves until there's nothing left to hide. And as you lay there, body frozen like your frame of mind, and you weigh the pros and cons of leaving it all behind. Fear not, my love. Fear not, my love. And if the truth is just an opinion, nothing more and nothing less, is that enough to convince you that living ain't about being the very best? Fear not, my love. Fear not, my love. And if the truth is just an opinion, nothing more and nothing less, is that enough to convince you that living ain't about being the very best? Fear not, my love. Fear not, my love.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you.
Enjoyed it very much so. Let me ask you, what are your plans for the future, and what is on your wish list?
My plans for the future, the immediate future, is to get my general ed done up here in Santa Cruz, and then I would like to transfer to a college in Arizona that specializes in what I'd like to learn. And then I would love to work in wilderness therapy for troubled teens, and spend the rest of my life on an adventure. I would also like to start a family one day. I think that would be definitely something that is in my future. But as far as a wish list,
It's up there with being happy, right?
What was that?
I said it's up there with being happy. It's like these
Absolutely,
questions we have.
yeah. That's about it. I think that's the only thing that's on my wish list, is to just, be free and be me and be happy.
Yes.
Everything else is, kind of irrelevant, and it'll happen as it happens, and it'll go as it pleases. And I think as long as I try to remain happy and positive, my life is going to be very, very fulfilling.
Absolutely. Well, we got somebody in the chat room. They said, I really like this guy's music. Just made a new fan.
There you go. You made a new fan there.
Thank you.
Jeannie,
hi, Jeannie.
Jeannie, hi. Hi, Mom. She got her mom to watch an episode.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, it's a great thing.
Absolutely.
I've got a little clip here. It's a short clip of your transition and your voice changes and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be appropriate to have the viewers watch this. So
I'm 15 days on testosterone sub-Q injections.
and it's been awesome so far, despite the fact that nothing's really changed. It's Friday, July 27th, and I'm a little over 2 months on testosterone. 2 months and 6 days. My name is Ben. It's August 11th, 2012, and I am almost 3 months on testosterone. And this is my voice. September 28th, 2012. My name is Ben, and I am a little over 4 months on testosterone. It's Saturday, October 27th, 2012. My name is Ben, and I am 5 months and 1 week on testosterone subcutaneous injections.
My name is Ben, and I'm 8 months on testosterone.
It's awesome you're keeping a video diary of your transition as well. That's
I try. Sometimes I forget, but I do my best.
Well, I have photograph. You know, I have a photographic diary of my transition, but no video, which.
Yeah. I never even actually, really did much of it because a lot of my changes started coming through when I was a female bodybuilder. And I never even realized that there was such a thing as being transgender. And that's a long story, and we're coming to the end of the show. But yeah, it's great to be able to do that kind of thing, videotape it and have the whole 9 yards.
Absolutely.
And it's educational.
Absolutely.
Well, we want to thank you, Ben, for being part of our show. It's been amazing. I can't believe the hour has gone by so quickly. And
Cindy wants to
thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Cindy wants to thank you too.
We want to thank everybody in the chat room for tuning in.
Yes.
I'm normally in the show with one of my originals, but today I'm going to do something a little different. Here's a song I dedicated to the woman who has my heart. Jess. This song's for you, and it's not one that I wrote. Aww. It's a beautiful song that says it all. Again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Everybody. We love you, but remember to always love yourselves too. And thank you, Ben, and thank you everyone.
So much, Ben.
Mwah.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Yes,
for doing such a great job. Oh my God.
When I look into your eyes, it's like watching the night sky or a beautiful sunrise. There's so much that holds, just like them old stars. I see that you've come so far to be right where you are. How old is your soul? I won't give up on us, even if the skies get rough. I'm giving you all my love. I'm still looking up, and when you're needing your space to do some navigating, I'll be here patiently waiting to see what you find. 'Cause even the stars, they burn. Some even fall to the earth. We've got a lot to learn. God knows we're worth it. No, I won't give up. how to use the tools and gears you got. Yeah, we got a lot at stake. And in the end, you see, my friend, at least we did intend for us to work. We didn't break, we didn't burn. We had to learn.